Well, everybody, happy Tuesday from letstalkoconeesc.com. It's Jazzy Jeff along with Chris Rouen. Chris, happy Thursday to you on this May 23rd, 2024.
Thank you.
We are actually live, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, we're live on all of the channels and stuff here. We want to do a little update with everybody and explain we've got some very important shows that we have been working on behind the scenes for about the last 24 to 48 hours. We've got a couple of other interviews coming up. But, Chris, I want you to take this opportunity real quick to talk about a very important show that's going to be aired here on Let's Talk Oconee coming up on Tuesday. This is May 28th, and that is beginning at, we're going to do it starting at 8 o'clock. Conversations with Chris Rouen, and this, what we just went through here with this interview was probably one of the most heartfelt interviews of listening to someone that has went through domestic abuse. And Chris, if you would.
Yeah, it's a friend of mine, and I started talking to her last year, and she just wasn't well enough. But I said, whenever you want to talk and tell your story, I'll be ready. She reached out. We just finished the interview, and it was very, very hard and very, very impactful. And I'm telling you, it's when you start looking at it, the domestic violence, and you just I made some notes, and you imagine what any victim of domestic violence goes through, and I question, and I say, Oconee County is better than this, And I'm going to be honest. What bothers me a lot is, we got a county councilman. He was arrested and indicted for domestic violence, and then he became back and he became the majority leader. But we didn't even know what the disposition was. So, but what really bothered me after this interview and the horrors and the PTSD. I mean, it was just gut wrenching. It really was tough. It was like, then his OCC thugs were actually crowing in the council meeting, talking about that he was innocent, and we needed to apologize. I'm like, guys, this was a violent event that we don't know anything about. We just heard about it, okay? So how are you sitting there and crying about this? Because there is a victim somewhere, we didn't know what happened, but there is, okay? So then all of a sudden, his brother-in-law comes in and he says, "This has been taking place for
over 8 years."
And then all of a sudden they went quiet.
And we want to say this too: that was actually a signed deposition that was notarized by Kate's brother.
Right.
But see, Mr. Durham has brought his wife back into the public eye of this by having her record those radio spots. Folks, you got a choice coming up June the 11th.
So think about this. This minimization, this refusal to denounce domestic violence, you're going to watch this interview and you're going to see the horrors that this wonderful woman went through. Nobody did a help. Nobody was helping at all. And then you got these people crowing about it. They missed the whole point. Do you want another 4 years? Do you want another 4 years of this horrific behavior in Oconee County by this group? Another 4 years of these people bullying people like that? You've all seen it for 4 years. You hear us talking about it. You see the post. You see what these guys are doing. Calling a mother on Facebook a whore. It's because she disagreed with them. I mean, imagine if that was your family, if that was your mother, your wife, and they just go on there and write that. When is enough enough? I mean, the sheriff's office won't do anything. The county attorney won't stop them. I mean, we file complaints. They are getting stronger and more brutal and bold every day. And I'm telling you, the sad thing, the only power we have to stop these people is you. You're the one that has to vote them out. You're going to get to the point that you're going to be fed up. So the question I'm going to ask you, forget the politics. think of your kids. Is this what you want? Is this the example that you want to send to your children, that this type of behavior is acceptable? I mean, it's horrible. And we don't know what happened with the domestic violence, but think about this. When he was in court, his spokesperson, David Nix, wrote this thing blaming people, blaming the powers to be, people living on the lake. I mean, what the hell? That's just Looney Tunes. It is what it is. And when I see people writing about domestic violence, well, that's a private affair. No, it's not. It hurts people.
Well, it's not a
Kills
private
people.
affair. He's a public official.
Exactly.
And we've talked about this so many times, that he is an elected official. He has a higher standard in which he has to maintain. And again, like I said, does Oconee want to continue 4 more years with the potential of 2 of these council members? Or do you want to right the ship and let's get back to the business of the people? That's at the end. That is the ultimate question that folks are going to have to ask themselves, and that's coming.
You are going to. You people will say, well, they're not going to tell me what to do. Let me tell you something, guys. You don't like to hear it, but this truth is this: people on the outside of this county that you want them to come in to bring jobs, if you think they don't pay attention to this group and what this majority council does, you are wrong. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I'm telling you like it is. And when I read those posts from his brother-in-law, I had it in my family. I know how I felt as a brother. I felt powerless. That is not what we are. This is a small microcosm of the community. You have to vote. You have to vote. We have to get these people out. We got to get this hate away. This stuff is crazy, and it is hurting our futures.
All right, so that's coming up on Tuesday evening, and again, it is about an hour's interview, and again, it talks a lot. She goes into complete details about what she faced, and again, at an early age, all the way until she was able to break the silent, break the generational curse, we call
22
it.
years, she's still suffering
Yeah,
now.
and she's still suffering now. So it's a great article, a great interview. Coming up Sunday evening, we have a special interview. We've got a couple of interviewed guests that we're going to play. It'll be a live show. We have Randy Bond, who visited with solicitor candidate Danny Fulmer, and we're working on the interview for tonight to air Sunday with India Lancaster and Gwen McPhail.
Great.
So that's going to be coming up Sunday.
You have 2 good choices. We can change.
Yes. Well, we have 3 good choices. We have Julian keeping the same, and then doing with India and Gwen McPhail. I want to read something to you, that there's a news report that came out, and that there was a meeting concerning sewer that happened, I believe it was yesterday in Seneca, a 90-minute meeting in Seneca to discuss the ongoing plans for sewer infrastructure in the county. You want to pay particular attention to what I'm about to read. So in this meeting, of course, the group, the planner for it was Bolton and Mink, which they were talking about the significant areas of Oconee about sewer. I want to read something to you here from this news story. Get ready. We told you. We told you. We told you. Listen to what I'm about to say.
Yeah, because I'm dying now. What?
Stakeholders were not surprised to learn from the analysis by the group Bolton and Mink and Weston and Sampson that the optimal areas for new sewer lines are within a triangle region formed by Seneca, Walhalla, Westminster, including areas along Lake Kiwi. Can I read that? You want me to read that to you again?
Please read it.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh, man.
Planners within that triangle area, they talk about formed by Seneca, Walhalla, and Westminster, including areas along Lake Kiwi. Planners project that based on current growth trends, Oconee County's population could reach approximately 120,502 people by 2045.
There you go.
They also estimate that by next year, the county's population could surpass 90,000.
90,000. And we had a majority councilman when I went before the planning commission.
Just 2 years ago said that Oconee County was not growing.
David Nix, the spokesperson for the OCC on the planning commission, has said, Chris, you're stupid. The only time we get population growth is during the summer. You remember that?
This is coming from the county administrator noted during the meeting, Amanda Brock.
Oh.
Here's her comments. We have been discovered.
Oh, really?
Quote,
no shit? Oh, sorry.
Quote.
Excuse me.
We have been discovered. Finally, in this news article, and this is one of the reasons why I decided that we needed to go live when this is very
We should
important.
go live every day.
Remember, we told you.
Yep. We did.
This backs up everything that this program has been talking about for the last 2 years. We're coming on a 2-year anniversary.
It's not new.
A
2 years.
significant question remains, will the increased demand for sewer service will it be necessarily necessitate, or is that what I'm looking for?
Necessitate.
Necessitate, thank you. Expanding the county's only treatment plant in Seneca, or will new plants be needed in areas like Martins Creek between Seneca and Clemson, or the Beaver Dam Creek near the western county edge of Anderson County? You're already talking in a news story of building 2 more plants. And again, down at the Beaver Dam Creek area, that's down on the next to 85 now.
So where's the money coming from? Where's the
I'm
money?
sorry. That was some of the latest news articles.
Hey.
What did we tell everybody, Chris?
We've said it.
What have
You
we-
guys
what
go
have we been
back and
preaching?
watch our shows. Go back and watch the beginning shows. Go back and watch like show 2 when I talked about Woodruff Road. There you go. I told you. Jeff, everybody in this county.
We told them.
Yeah. And the OCC, oh, yeah, he doesn't know.
No.
Listen, I know what the hell I'm talking
Look,
about.
we have been called liars.
Stupid.
Liars, morons, idiots, sour grapes.
Dementia.
I'm just telling you, the facts are here. This right here tells the story. We've been right all along, and as bad as I hate to say it, we are dead. We're dead set. We're on this.
And I'll tell you what, there's no crowing. We're just saying, we told you so. You have an opportunity. Let me tell you guys, this train is accelerated so fast.
It can't be stopped now.
We're heading towards a disaster. You can see the numbers. These guys are getting scared. But you know what you do? What you do is you think about it and you make hard decisions. That's all you got to do. You got to do the best you can. You can't sit there and blow smoke at the community the entire time, because what's going to happen is this. You're going to pay for it.
Well, that's some of the updates of things that's happened, and we wanted to come with you and bring this update. I felt it was important, and we're going to be talking a little bit later on about that in the coming up. But June the 9th will be a big show for us. We will have a full house. It'll be a 2-hour Let's Talk Oconee special. We're going to be breaking down the election. It'll be the last push before the primaries on June the 11th. We'll talk about who we feel are candidates and our choices for the local offices. And, of course, on our program, we don't talk national. But I'll tell you, the congressional 3rd District is going to be one that we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Because that one's even getting more interesting by the moment. There's more people's names that's popped up on signs than I've ever seen. So anyway, we hope that you'll join us here for the interview with Danny Fulmer coming up on Sunday evening. That'll start at 7 o'clock right here on Let's Talk Oconee, on social media, Facebook, and also online at our website, letstalkoconeesc.com. And then Chris Rouen's show will be on Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock in prime time. And we hope that you'll tune in and join us. And again, like I said, it is a very heart-wrenching story to listen to,
Right.
but it's one that I think if you are going through, or you know somebody that is having problems with domestic violence, I think it's very important that you get them to tune in to watch this show because there's a lot of good information that is given. It's also talks about the things that Leslie is the lady's name that we interviewed, that she had to go through, and then the effects of what she's had to live through, and again, she's still going through it. So it's a good interview, and I hope that you'll tune in and join Chris Rouen for that. So anyway, again, have a safe Memorial Day weekend.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
So every week we're gaining people to that are following the show, and I just want to thank you, and I want to tell you something that is important you understand. You might not like what we say at times, but I'm telling you, the four of us together, especially when we're off the air, we're always talking. We want you to know the truth, and we will call people out. We don't care what party they belong to. We care. Listen to the message. Do your own due diligence. When somebody's telling you crap that you know all of a sudden you've seen what they've been doing over the last couple of years and now all of a sudden they become silent, do not think they've basically turned the corner. We know what they are. But we will tell you the truth, and we stake our reputation on that. Thank you.
And finally, before we shut off the program, hey, I want to say hello to David Nix. I appreciate his phone call.
What was that?
I want to say thanks to the text message that he sent to the radio station. It was a very, very nice message. So, David, I hope that you have a great Memorial Day weekend, buddy. What can you say?
You got it.
All right,
And
Chris.
Duke Energy, God love you. I wish you luck.
All right. Thanks, y'all, folks. Again, have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Next time I'm on the air is Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. Rainey and I will be broadcasting live from this Memorial 5K run. I won't be participating in the run, but I'll be entertaining the masses. So we'll see you in Walhalla coming up at that's happening at 8 o'clock this coming Saturday.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.